Hello, and welcome to a fresh and very high episode of Name That Wine. I'm Rob Frisch, writer of the award-winning wine blog, oddbuckus.com.
And I'm Liz Barrett. I write the blog called what'sinthatbottle.com, and I'm a certified specialist in wine.
Why are we here today, Liz?
Why are we here? Because April 17th is World Malbec Day.
World Malbec Day!
WMD! Yes!
WMD! Fantastic! I love Malbec.
Malbec is awesome.
Malbec is a beautiful wine. People think of it as like cheap and whatever, like a cheap fun red, and it is that, but it can also be super gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, you get dark fruit, ripe fruit, rich, I mean, good tannins.
Good tannins. Like, if you like Cabernet, if you like Merlot, you probably love Malbec.
Absolutely.
And it originated in France.
France. Yeah, in Cahors, actually.
Cahors
where
region.
They still make it.
Yep.
Also
And
gorgeous versions of Malbec.
it is one of the 5 Bordeaux blending grapes.
Yes, still allowed in Bordeaux blends, but not found as often as it used to be.
Yes.
Now, of course, Argentina is the spiritual home of Malbec. Specifically Mendoza. That's the most famous wine region of Argentina. But it is most certainly not the only one.
No! There's an area north of Mendoza called Salta that is like high desert.
Yeah.
So what we've done here, we've really sort of put the screws to ourselves here today.
Yeah.
We have a lower elevation Malbec from Mendoza.
From about 3,000-ish feet above sea level.
And a 6,000 foot elevation Malbec up in Salta. And we don't know which is which.
We do not. Now, Salta, so those are some of the highest vineyards in the world, if not the highest. And why does altitude matter? Altitude matters for a number of reasons. First of all, you have more sun exposure. You know, you're closer to the sun. There's less atmosphere between you and the sun. And theoretically what happens is that thickens the skin of the grapes and makes the berries smaller. So sort of more concentrated and maybe more tannic. And then
it also, probably the higher elevation is much cooler at night.
Yes.
So you have these like something called a diurnal temperature shift. So that's the amount of degrees variance between like say an 80 degree day and maybe like a 35 degree night. That's a major diurnal shift.
Right.
And it's going to be a way bigger shift in the higher elevation.
And what does that do? That, in theory, I mean, there's some debate about what that does, but in theory, it gives you, it preserves the perfume of the wine. So maybe the wines of Salta might have more, like, perfume quality. That's why Torrontés does particularly well in Salta, for example, because that is a very white, aromatic grape.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So we're looking for, in the higher elevation one, we'll see, maybe more perfume, maybe more concentration of fruit, maybe.
I don't know, this is going to be hard.
I've been to both regions. They're both gorgeous. Mendoza, it is very flat. Which is,
There's no
flat.
like slopes, no mountains, no hills.
The mountains are in the distance. I mean, you see the massive Andes. The Salta is a little hillier, and I will tell you, it is so dry in Salta. Instead of roses growing at the end of vineyard rows,
cacti.
They actually have cacti.
Oh my god.
Cacti! Isn't that crazy?
That's
Who's
crazy.
seen cacti and vines growing together? I've only ever seen that in Salta.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are both from the same year.
I can already smell some
16, I want to say.
vanilla coming out of these glasses, and I have not even cheated and stuck my nose in yet.
So these are same year, same price. So the only difference is
Elevation.
elevation. All right, numero uno.
Oak, vanilla.
Dark fruit.
Oh, number 1.
Ooh.
I'm getting quite a lot of dark fruit and
vanilla. And
vanilla, which
oak.
comes a lot from the oak. And this less oak.
I would say it's a little chocolatier, like more dark chocolate, dark fruit.
Yeah, like plums and blackberry, blueberry, and less red fruit. Oh gosh, it's really pretty.
This one, 2 is more brooding, and 1 is more like fun.
Yeah, bright and bouncy, and more like serious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm tasting. Oh wow, that's quite nice. You are getting a little bit of sweetness. It's a dry wine.
Yes, But the fruit is lush.
The fruit is lush, and you do have that oak.
Ripe berries and oak.
But it's
I
really-
like that combo.
It's very
actually.
well integrated.
It's balanced, it's integrated. The tannins aren't aggressive.
But they're there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this would stand up to almost any food you could throw at it.
Mm.
I mean, burger, pizza, steak, pork chops.
Steak with chimichurri. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Mmm.
French fries. Okay, did you taste two
I haven't
yet?
tasted two.
I mean, it smells more old world style.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like sexy. That is like silky with like 1,000 layers of black fruit, spices.
Black velvet in my mouth.
Yeah.
Mmm. And it becomes juicier. That's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. That is a sexy one.
I could be ready.
Yeah. I just totally spit. I'm still spitting. I spit twice. That's how sexy it is. It makes me want to spit at my co-host.
We are using our mouth as a dump bucket.
That's true. We do not have a spit bucket on the table. We're
Okay.
sparing you that sight.
I think based on like the intensity and the sort of the purity of the fruit and the, like you say, like the perfume, I think this one is the higher elevation from Salta, number 2.
I'm gonna agree.
Oh God. Okay. Rip
It's
it open.
tough. Yeah.
You have
So number 2, Salta. Number 1, Mendoza.
Okay, let's see.
2 higher altitude, 1 lower. Oh, we got it right! Oh, yay! Woo! We are awesome! Fantastic. So what do we have there? That
Okay,
is
here we have Norton Reserva 2016 Malbec from Mendoza, Argentina.
That is delicious.
Wine number 1. You've probably seen the Norton family. They're huge. They go back decades. You know, it's wine.
It's a very famous
aged
winery.
12 months in French oak. It's nice.
I love it.
How much was this? Do you know?
That was $14.
Oh, awesome
which
bargain.
is a really good deal, I think, for that. And number 2 from Salta, Amalaya,
Yeah.
which is one of Salta's, I think, most famous wineries. 5,900 feet above sea level, 2016 Malbec, sustainably farmed, so it says, which is great.
How much was that one?
This was also $14.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were
the
both
same
$14.
price.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're both beautiful. I mean,
And
what
you
a
found
value.
them both at Binny's, right?
These are both from Binny's.
Easy to find in Chicago.
Exactly. They have a big selection
Probably
of Malbec,
wine.com
actually.
too.
Yeah, you can find them wine.com. I mean, Amalaya and Norton, I would say you would be able to find in any
I've
well-stocked
never
wine shop.
seen this one.
No?
I don't buy a lot of Malbec for some reason, though.
Really?
Well, I'm like having a Bordeaux moment these days.
Bordeaux is such a delight. That's
I know.
true. But Malbec, I will always love. So, on World Malbec Day.
That was fun.
That was fun.
You should try it too.
Absolutely. Whether you prefer a 3,000 feet above sea level or go for the 6,000 foot above sea level, you will have a lovely experience.
You can really taste it.
Or a sexy experience, perhaps.
Oh.
To sexy Malbec.
Happy Malbec Day!
Cheers!